Good morning. Welcome to Hobby Evolution, episode 295. It is a Tuesday. I am in a you're creeping into bedtime territory. What's up, George? I am speaking of bedtime. I am in like a NyQuil haze. I had a terrible allergy attack. Actually, a couple of them yesterday. I took the dog for a walk at lunch, and like 2 weeks. So, what's up, Dan? So, I've had allergy issues for probably the last week and a half. Just things are popping up, and my allergies are taking notice. So, I took the dog for a walk at lunch, and I'm about 2 blocks in, and I thought, my allergies aren't bothering me. This is great. And then we get a few more blocks in, and then all of a sudden it's like it's that wave of like I just ingested like it's like I put my nose into a freaking cooler of pollen. And it just all just so then the rest of the walk was kind of miserable. What's up, Diego? Didn't know allergies spread to Texas. I am in Wisconsin. Um, and our we have terrible, it's terrible up here. So and then of course I mow the lawn, but the lawn really needed mowed. So I mowed the lawn after work, and it just like, I mean, I was doing the, if you're familiar with the farmer blow, I was farmer blowing. My neighbors are probably looking out the window like, "Oh, disgusting! He's blowing snot all over." So it spread into if. Thank you to Ken and Herman for having me on last night. If you want to watch, check out the replay on 3B Collections channel. We talked about card shows. My Madison card show. Ken's went to Dallas, and Herman was down in Spartanburg, South Carolina. So we all talked card shows. My allergies were terrible, so I had to go off screen several times to blow my nose. Ken had like an allergy attack live on air, so you could watch Ken like go from nothing to like allergy attack as the show went on. So yeah, so I popped some night. So last night I was miserable, and after the show I was even worse. I popped some NyQuil, and I woke up this morning in just like a freaking haze. So I'm still kind of like, I'm still in that NyQuil world. What's up, Brad? Good morning. David, what's up? So I had some cool things happen yesterday. One of which I'll get to. I had a cool conversation with the owner of my childhood LCS. I'll get to that in a moment. But I did make a purchase yesterday. I just happened to start looking on eBay for some random stuff, and actually no, I think it started with I saw a card that's on one of the top cards on my want list, and I don't have too many specific wants on my Cubs want list, but there are two that I'm still, well, there's three that I like actively shop for. And lately the prices have been pretty insane. So I saw one posted on a Facebook group, and I'm like, I'm ready to pull the trigger on one of these cards. So I went to eBay, and I found them much better priced on eBay than what this person was offering on Facebook. And I threw an offer out to somebody. They countered. They said, I just lowered it to this price. How about I do another $20 off? Thought about it, texted a friend. I phoned a friend. I said, hey, would you do this? I don't like that question normally, but this is kind of outside. It's a slab. So it's outside my realm. So I pulled the trigger, and bought one of the cards on my want list. So I'll share that when it arrives, hopefully by the end of the week or early next week. So that was fun. Earlier in the day, I got a message from my childhood LCS owner. So I actually had, and I've talked about this before. Dan asked about well, not me personally, but Dan asked on Twitter, about your what was the name of your childhood LCS. So I talked about that on a previous show. I had two of them. I had two local card shops that I frequented. Hearts Cards was in Geneseo, and then another one was in a small town next to my town. And um, Big Daddy's Sports Cards. And so he's actually a business partner of my brother's. So it's not like it was out of the blue that he came out of the woods 30 years later. He's my brother's best friend and business partner. So so it's not like it was like some crazy revelation. But we've like never talked card. We haven't talked cards since I was like 10 years old, and he was running the card shop. So he reached out, and he still has some inventory. Basically a small collection compared to what a card shop would have, but he's looking to possibly sell. So we kind of talked back and forth, and he has some stuff, and unfortunately, one of the items that he talked about has dropped in price crazy in the last few months. We're talking, and it's a Michael Jordan rookie, and so his is raw, but he knows this. He ran a card shop. He knows his stuff. He says it's it's centered well, sharp corners. It would grade well. So I checked out, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go. Okay, I think let's just take a look at 9, because I think at 10 is out of the realm. Who knows? You never know. But let's just take a look at 9 prices on Michael Jordan rookies. A few months ago, a PSA 9 Jordan rookie was 50 grand. Just a few months ago. Most recent sales, 25 grand. That's how much it's dropped. And the funny thing is, just an hour or two later, Darren Rovell tweeted about the prices of the Michael Jordan rookie card market. So it was kind of insane. I mean, hey, if he wants to liquidate and sell that, it's still going to be a nice payday. But it is raw, and so I don't know how up on grading, because he closed his store like in the early to mid 90s, like probably right at the crash is when he shut down, or maybe even right before. So I don't know how in the game he's been on grading and PSA, especially within the last 6 to 12 months. I said you're always going to maximize if you grade. But here's the thing: PSA is suspended. You can send it in, but it's going to cost a lot of money. So we'll see. So he has a son that's actually, his son and I went to school together. So he's going to talk to his son and see what they want to do. So that was cool. That was a cool conversation. Took me back to me at age 10, going to his card shop. So the card shop was in a small town next to mine, but my grandma lived in this small town. So I'd go visit grandma for the day. It's like, I'm going to go walk up to the small town. Like, I mean, we're talking 1,000 population in the town. So, and this was the early 90s. So kids could just wander the streets all day long, and you didn't have to worry about it. The good old days, right? So I would, oh, grandma, after lunch, I'm going to go up to the card shop and, buy a 50-cent pack of 1990 tops. What's up, Mark? Good morning. Yeah, George, PSA is going to upcharge on a big card like that anyway. Yeah. I went, as we were going back and forth. What's up, Herman? Good morning. As we were texting back and forth, I was on the PSA website and looking at, okay, the declared value and it's got to be like Super Express or whatever. And yeah, it's a pretty hefty submission fee for something like that. So that was fun. I thought there was one other thing I wanted to talk about, but I don't think there is. And I'm kind of running behind today. So my allergies, I don't feel, I'm in a NyQuil haze. I'm not like it did dry me out. Like I'm not my nose isn't running. So hopefully I'll recover quickly today. I'm a big sissy when it comes to allergies and sinus headaches and just being sick in general. So hopefully it recovers. I need to do I talked yesterday, shaving a haircut. I'm getting to that point where I kind of look homeless today. So need to get that taken care of. Dan asks, when is the next Madison Card Show? June 26th is our next show, Saturday, June 26th. So we've already got, I think, like 10 tables booked already for the next show. So that's awesome. A couple people that were not at this show that did say they're going to be at the June show, and a couple guys that were set up. So yeah, I need a fresh shave like Herman. Check Herman's fresh shave out over on his channel 3B Collection. We talked last night about the Madison Card Show, Spartanburg, and Dallas. So it was a lot of fun. I had somebody ask me on Twitter to set up at there's a card show in Rockford, Illinois this weekend on Sunday. It's Memorial Day weekend, so I don't know. I didn't want to commit. So I think they're right around 40 tables at that show. So if you're in the northern Illinois, Chicago suburbs, even southern Wisconsin, check that show out, Rockford, Illinois, on Sunday. I don't offhand know what location it's at, but I'm still like, it's Tuesday. I'm still like, okay, what do I have going on? I'm still kind of behind on just like random stuff, trades particularly. So I really need to get cracking on some of that before I would commit. The good thing is I have pretty much everything. If I were to set up a table, I pretty much have everything. Well, I do have everything because I was just at my show on Saturday. So I do have everything like ready to go. In fact, most of it's still in my car. I haven't brought it back in. So I could just leave it and then drive down and everything's already taken care of. Had to do a double take when I saw Hermie this morning. Hermie with the fresh shave. So that's what I had for today. Thanks for tuning in. Brad, are you going live this morning? I can't remember what you said yesterday. But at any rate, check out Brad's show, Texas Card Dude channel. That's it. Have a great Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Have a great Tuesday, and we'll talk tomorrow.